Days after the crash, Bruno was severely injured in a scooter accident and later charged with murder and reckless driving. No word tonight on how he ended up in Florida, and no cause was given for Bruno's death. Toxicology tests are still pending. And now to the homeless crisis and a new report that claims LA City and county leaders spent billions of taxpayer dollars last year to get people off the streets, but they can't account for all the money they spent or what the exact results were. KCAL News reporter Jeff Nguyen live in downtown LA with the blistering report documenting a lack of oversight. Jeff?
Juan, the audit combed over about $2.5 billion in city spending. Problem is, officials cannot say who got paid and for what.
Since August, there were days when we see 2 and 3 overdoses.
Sergio Moreno's business sits in the heart of Skid Row, where he says he often sees homeless people overdosing on drugs, and he's had suspicion on how the city of Los Angeles has managed the response system to the problem.
It's not just dollars we're talking about. Those dollars translate into people's lives.
His feelings have been heightened following an independent audit commissioned by a federal judge that was released Thursday. It found the city was unable to track exactly how it spent on homeless programs. The Los Angeles Alliance for Human Rights pressed for a series of audits in recent years.
It's heartbreaking. It's atrocious. It is immoral, it is unjustified, but what it's not is surprising.
Many of the problems identified were at the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, known as LAHSA. Auditors say the paper trail provided by the agency was so poor it made tracking the money spent nearly impossible. We're talking about $2.5 billion last year.
It is an actual infrastructure disaster because the truth is everybody's in charge and nobody's in charge. There are no checks and balances.
The Office of LA County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath sent a statement that read in part, "This audit is another reminder of what we already know. The current homeless services system is broken. We need accountability and results right now, which is why I'm proceeding with the creation of a consolidated county department that will end this nightmare." The president of the Downtown LA Neighborhood Council believes there are other record-keeping problems.
Even the homeless count is not accurate. Nothing is accurate and based on data.
2 here, 2 right here.
Auditors found a series of problems on how tax dollars are spent after reviewing nearly $2.5 billion in city funding.
This needs to be an opportunity that our leadership cannot waste. They must pivot and actually implement things that do work.
And we have reached out to both LAHSA and the office of LA Mayor Karen Bass for comment, but we are still waiting to hear back. In the meantime, the judge has set a date for March 27th, and he has asked city officials to join him for a meeting to discuss the audit. Tonight, we're live in downtown Los Angeles. Jeff Nguyen, KCAL News.
An eye-opening report, Jeff. Thanks so much for that.